2020 has just arrived, but the games don't stop coming. Here are the top 15 upcoming games for February 2020, arranged by release dates. Zombie Army 4 Dead War. Okay, so not exactly the best start to a fresh new year of games. For one, zombie games are pretty much old news for some gamers. And two, Zombie Army 4 is the follow-up to Rebellion's polarizing zombie killing series, whose trilogy earned biting reviews from critics and massive praise from gamers who like a good co-op zombie Hitler thrashing. It may be far from being the room of its kind, but just like Wiseau's masterpiece, it's oozing with campy charm and all-around fun that's almost hard to resist. Epic Games fan or not, if you love the trilogy, you probably want to get this. It's set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February 4.
Sing me your story. What has become of...
The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance Tactics. It might be 2020, but we still haven't escaped from the age of reboots. If you haven't heard, last year's Netflix release, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, was a prequel to puppeteer Jim Henson's dark fantasy film from 1982. While it did a great job of reintroducing the universe, the series solidifies its presence in the modern age with this upcoming turn-based RPG.
Through a series of complex, tactical strategy battles, you'll bring the stories and the legend of the Dark Crystal to life. Your choices will help Deet, Rianne, Brea, and the rest of the Gelfling heroes figure out how to defeat the Skeksis and restore peace before the darkening consumes Thrall.
Not only is this a great way to spread their fantastical lore, that also means there's more turn-based strategy to get our hands on. With some hint of Final Fantasy Tactics embedded in its core, this might just serve as a great alternative with a new coat of paint. It's coming out on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and on the Switch on February 4.
Well, Cooper, any prediction for this year?
I'm very optimistic about our team and really excited for my new teammate Brian.
Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3. This one's for the adrenaline junkies. By now, Monster Energy Supercross, with all its officialness, has become a staple release for the fans of motocross racing. I mean, never mind that their previous titles have been lukewarm at best, and don't even get us started on the embarrassing Be One of Us campaign. Apart from all that, Monster Energy Supercross has maintained its steady fanbase and is here to stay. Aside from inviting us all into the floodlights of true-to-life tracks and career mode, there's also going to be a new co-op experience to let you ride across a new compound with friends.
Low lags, low latencies, high fun. With the new dedicated servers, winning or losing will be up to you and to your skills. Enjoy the online game with your best friends or your worst enemies.
And you'll get to see all of that this February 4.
Oh, damn it! I got blood on my boots!
Darksiders Genesis. Not exactly what we expected. While we were mostly awaiting the arrival of the 4th chapter to their apocalyptic action RPG series, Gunfire Games takes a bit of a detour with this equally catastrophic spin-off.
We ride together into oblivion!
Far away from Darksiders' usual shenanigans, Genesis may be taking a new top-down perspective. It's still packed with the usual hack-and-slash promises of the series though. Meet the 4th Horseman, Strife, as he hunts down master demons in Hell along with his brother War in a never-before-seen prequel episode.
Oh, and I'm not alive.
The Seed of Chaos has already been planted on the PC, but this Valentine's, console users are gonna have their own date with Hell. Snack World, The Dungeon Crawl, Gold. From level 5, the makers of Dark Cloud and the majestic Ni no Kuni games, Snack World The Dungeon Crawl Gold doesn't need much of an introduction. This was first released in Japan, but this Valentine's 2020, fans in the Western Hemisphere will finally get their hands on this colorful action RPG. create your very own character, and get crawling with a treasure hunting gang. There's been plenty of comparisons to the popular Fantasy Life series. While it seems a more story and a dungeon-driven adventure, this could be the next thing to scratch the same kind of itch. For fans of the Switch, the wait will finally be over. Dreams. We've talked about the coming of this PSVR exclusive for months, and now it looks like we're gonna get to see it up close this February. Dreams offers players limitless potential as an open-ended tool and a creator game, and with it, it shows off the power of the PlayStation platform. It first came out as an early access game, and even then it was dressed to impress. There's a lot of complexity going on in every moment of whatever it is that you've dreamed up, within its multitude of creative options.
Wow, it's a symphony.
February 14 is looming on the horizon, so it's time to get you and your imaginations fired up. Best Friends Forever. With so many games lining up to be your Valentine's date, Best Friends Forever wants you to know that they're it. Best Friends Forever combines dating and dogs, and no, probably not in the way you're imagining. In Best Friends Forever, get yourself a man's best friend, and let life with them lead the way to a brand new romantic adventure with any of the hot, two-legged friends around town. Come for the cute and occasionally threatening dogs and stay to find your forever here. One of the easiest sells ever. It's coming out on the PC and on the Switch. Street Fighter V Champion Edition. As much as we love our Street Fighter games, it does sometimes with a baggage of too many expansions to buy. However, with this Champions Edition, Street Fighter V feels like the most complete single it's ever been. When they say this edition is packed, they mean it.
Return to harmony. Seraphic wing!
It has almost all of the content from Street Fighter V and Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, which means there are 34 stages, 200 costumes, and 40 characters, including Street Fighter III's Gil. The most robust update yet, it's coming this February 14th on the PC and PS4. The Suicide of Rachel Foster. Set in a creepy hotel with a carpet patterned with diamonds and dots, you can already feel the Kubrick inspirations in Daedalic Entertainment's adventure thriller. But just from the title itself, you can be sure that it'll deal with some very mature subject matter. Returning to the scene of a young girl's suicide, help Nicole navigate the mysteries of this eerie hotel and hopefully uncover the truth behind her past and the grim events within it. It's still on its way to the PC on February 19, but its shining references are enough to intrigue any thriller enthusiast. Under Night in Birth XA, late CLR. Like many fighting games, French Bread's Under Night in Birth is constantly inundated with updates to their roster and gameplay to keep things fresh. Late CLR is their latest addition to the fighting frenzy, and it contains a brand new character in the frozen Fang of Eternity, Landrekia Light. With powers of ice, Landrekia's addition will usher new variety to the mix. Not just in his own powerful set of frozen moves, but also with new stages and moves for the whole cast too. This powerful new update is nearing completion, and it's coming to the PS4 and on the Switch on February 20. Conan Chop Chop. Sometimes, fun comes in simple packages, and Mighty Kingdom's action-adventure proves to be one of those. Not even bothering with a more marketable title, Conan Chop Chop goes right down to business, offering a swords and sorcery experience for up to 4 players in straightforward stick figure style. It might be low on the production value scale, Conan Chop Chop is decidedly hectic in its portrayal of the everyday life of the barbarian. That plus its roguelike elements and Zelda-like dungeons and up to what seems like a hell of a chop-chopping enjoyment. And you can fight it on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and on the Switch this February 25. Marvel's Iron Man VR. He may have left the MCU, but Tony Stark's legacy isn't over yet. This genius billionaire philanthropist is about to give out fun exclusively on the PSVR next month. Take to the skies in the iconic metal suit and fight against a slew of Iron Man's greatest foes.
For your sins. Die for them.
The voice and the face behind the iconic suit may be unfamiliar to us compared to RDJ's famous portrayal, but it seems like he still has the biting wit that we've come to love. Sure, it's not the full-on Iron Man game that we would have wanted, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's set to release on February 28. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. With one heck of a popular anime series, it was only about time till we saw a fighting game centered around the unrivaled hero, Cape Baldi. While he's usually knocking down opponents with a single punch, a hero nobody knows makes it their mission to even the playing field for the rest of the One Punch Man characters who wants in on the action. The upcoming fighting game will feature the skills and talents of S-Class heroes like King, Metal Knight, Class A heroes like Stinger, Dragon level threat Mazagard, and even Dream version Saitama in pajamas. Each equipped with their own special skills and moves, it's gonna be a challenge for you and your friends, and even for the world's strongest man. It's coming out this February 28th on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. The Mega Man series isn't running out of steam anytime soon. Sure, there's been plenty of collections of it already, but this time, Capcom is bringing in 6 iconic titles, the first 4 Mega Man Zero games, as well as the Mega Man ZX and the ZX Advent. That's an alphabet soup of names, all to signify that the Mega Man legacy will live on. It's coming out on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and on the Switch this February 25.
At 2 Point Hospital, over 52% of our patients believe they leave healthier than when they arrive.
2 Point Hospital. Hailed as one of the best simulation games of 2019, 2 Point Hospital is about to work its surgical charm on the consoles next month. More than just a hospital building game, 2 Point Hospital lets you learn the ropes of everything that goes on inside. That means taking care of all the weird and wacky folks from God knows where, plus all the illnesses that they bring with them. It's universal healthcare on a whole new level. As it's already a massive success on the PC, we're hoping that the medical mischief will be translated smoothly to the PS4, Xbox One, and on the Switch this February 25.